Hi and good afternoon. My name is Judy David. I wanted to talk to you about Crime-Free Multi-Housing Program. This is a program that's been implemented nationwide. It was first implemented in Mesa, Arizona in 1992, and the goal of the program is to establish a partnership between private landlords and police and law enforcement. And the goal is to really help the communities to self-police, utilizing a term called eyes on the street. When residents take pride in their own home, they tend to keep the neighborhood safer. And this partnership implements Eyes on the Street. It also implements what we call CPTED, and I'll go into what that means in just a second. The agreement involves the landlords agreeing to certain physical improvements in the property, good lighting, lockable gates, windows, maintained landscape. The property management staff attend a training session, a minimum of 8 hours. The residents also agree to participate in the program and sign a lease rider. Additionally, the landlords are able to market that this is a crime-free multi-housing site. So there are some benefits to the landlords as well. So CPTED is crime prevention through environmental design. And that just means that when we have properties that have clear line of sight, no hiding places, well-maintained landscape, safe windows, we don't want our properties to look like a jail or look like we're trying to keep the bad guys out. We want it to have a pride of ownership. And that means if there is graffiti, we take it down the next day. And eventually people will know that they don't want to mess with that property. And that could also include surveillance cameras and other measures. So there's many stakeholders in a project like this. Obviously, you have the residents, you have the neighbors, you have the landlord, you have other landlords in the community. But the residents themselves will have that pride of ownership, and by maintaining that eyes on the street, they'll hold their neighbors accountable and to a higher level of expectation. Participants in these types of programs eventually see reduced crime statistics, as much as 75 to 90% in reduction of crime, and that's from the International Crime-Free Association. Eventually, people that want to cause trouble won't go to properties that won't tolerate it, especially when you're dealing with gang turf. Gangs will want to establish that area as their turf, and when you're consistent in maintaining good surveillance, good light at night, you cover up the graffiti, eventually they want to go somewhere where no one's going to mess with them. It improves the community engagement because naturally there's a dialogue between the residents, the neighbors, and law enforcement. And then as a landlord, you'll have lower cost of ownership through reduced vandalism.